Hello there, welcome to Atayik farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling-ding-dong the bell. It's Monday morning, 4 men on site this morning. Roger's back. So I think what we'll be doing today is, I'll turn the camera around. Win and Rammel will be working on the netting again. There's not much to do on the netting. And then back onto the wall, I would think. Win's doing the pigs at the minute. Rammel will have done the chickens. So we'll get that wall done. And I want to keep the two crews separate so we can make progress on two fronts. So with the chicken shed to make out of that pig crate, and then with two more to do, but I might not get into them. Although, you know, we are getting a bit pressed because these chickens are maturing. And I want to get 3 separate chicken runs for 3 breeds of birds. Rhode Island Reds, Black Australorps and Plymouth Rock. So to stop the crossbreeding I need to separate them really. And then have more concreting done to do up here. So Roger's digging, Rammel's helping him. Soil being any time. He's a little bit later than normal. So the chickens are fed, they've got water, they've got banana stems again. Which they seem to be enjoying. I'll have a quick look at the pigs. They're all cleaned out, fed. There's no smell with these pigs at all, which is another good sign of healthy pigs, I suppose. I mean, they're cleaned out 3 times a day. Sometimes twice, depends what they're like at lunchtime. But they are looking good. So I'll leave this video there. And I'll do another one lunchtime or sooner if there's anything happening. And we'll see you later. It's Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock. This video will be the second video on tomorrow's clips. We've had 2 men on site, Win and Rammel. We'll go and have a look what we've done today. They've done the pigs and chickens as usual. I'll go and have a look and check on them next. We've got the netting finished right round there to here. They're going to put Rio bar along the bottom tomorrow, and then it'll be finished. They'll have to put netting from this post to that post to seal it off, but they probably won't do that tomorrow because this cage has got to be made into a hen house. So I think they'll finish the netting here, and then they'll go back onto this concrete wall. There's no panic with the hen house, that can wait until this wall's finished, and then they can go on to the hen house, because we are going to need it to separate it as breeding stock, and there's going to be 3 breeding stocks, I would think. So we need another 2 temporary, semi-temporary small chicken houses, just to hold 8, 10, 12 birds and a cockerel. Now tomorrow, one way or another, we'll have 4 men on site. There'll be Win and Ram who finishing off the concreting, probably in the next set of netting, and then have more concreting up this end to do. And soy, it might be Toto, or it might be Roger back. I've told them to sort it out between themselves. Roger, apparently his back's okay now, so I'm quite happy for Roger to come back. But last week I said to Toto I'll give him a month's work, because Roger couldn't work. Now Toto never came in, not because he's not a reliable fella, he's very reliable, but he does various jobs, and his brother does as well. So he tried to arrange with his brother to take over some of his work. That was okay, but he had an order for 150 bags of sand, which he digs out the riverbed and he delivers on his motorbike. So the first 2 days, I think, he said he wouldn't be in because he'd to fill that order. Then he got a second order of more sand, and he can't say no to people because that's his business and that's what he lives on week to week. So I understand his situation, and I wasn't bothered at all. But now the second week, he's not been able to get in with this work elsewhere. So Win asked me tonight if he could get Roger back in, and I said yeah. Obviously Win knows he's needed now to dig the holes for the posts, because they're getting ready for putting posts in. Now Soy wants to do all the iron work for the posts and put them all in one go. So all the holes, I keep forgetting how many holes, 10 holes I think, 12 maybe. All them have to be dug and lined up and squared up, ready to do it in one go. And he said Roger was fit again, so I said, well, you sort it out, but what I don't want to happen is for Roger and Toto to show up tomorrow, because I'll be sending one home, and I don't want to make that choice. And I also said if Roger turns up tomorrow, then he's in for a month. Likewise, if Toto turns up tomorrow, he's in for a month. If he can't do a month and he does a week, 10 days, a fortnight, that's okay, because then Roger will come back in. But if Roger's fit, I'm more than happy to have Roger back. But what I don't want with Roger is him coming to work, he's not fit and causing more damage. So the pigs are all fed, cleaned out, all happy. The chickens are fed, cleaned out. Well, not cleaned out, chickens are fed. So we'll leave this video there. I'll tag it on to tomorrow's video, and we'll see you all again tomorrow. It's 1 o'clock, so we'll go and have a look, see what we've done this morning. I've been out all morning down Compostela, and we're now getting bits and pieces. We're fully stocked again with beer, etc. for New Year. Ronald's working on netting. I know Roger's been digging. He was digging when we left and he was digging when we came back in. He's getting smaller. So he's finished this one. And I don't know if you can see, the perspective on camera. Don't know if you can or not. I'd say it's 3 foot deep. Quite a big hole. And if you're wondering, all the timber, cocoa wood around the house, there's nails crossing where the posts are going to be. So if you can see the string line and the string line up there, that corner is the corner of the post. Another corner here, here and there. So that was set out the other day, and they're pretty well accurate with them as well. We're 2/3 of the way down that one, I would say. But the decks are different. When they put the piggery up, some holes were very deep and some holes were shallow. So they'll figure out the depth of the holes with the water pipe, I would imagine. But as far as I know, I'll have to check the plans, but as far as I know, there's 3 posts across. There's one in the middle. Not 4 like the piggery, I think it's 3. So Sawyer's still cutting and bending metal, and no doubt he'll be putting posts together later on. It's a new tub of fermented feed, so I'll give it a stir and I'll top it up with water if it needs be. So top it up with water. That one's bubbling away. I'll just put a drop more water in it. It smells nice. So I'll check the 2 tubs of feed in here as well, because the second tub I'll be fermenting for sure. It's a lot warmer today. That's the one we're using now. That's the next one, which is fermenting. And that's obviously an empty one. So I'll pause the video and give this one a quick stir. So this one I need to clean out and start a new one, because this one we finished in the morning. Trought's empty, they're being fed, not a lot left, a little bit left. So I'll come back and start that feed after I've looked at the chickens. It's sunny today, the chickens are basking in the sun. Half of them inside in the shade, and half of them outside in the shade down that fence line. So I'll leave this video there and we'll do another one this evening. It's 5 o'clock we'll come down, or we've come down, have a look what we've been doing today. And we've been working on the net all day, ram and win. And like when they were doing the net at the back, it seemed to take for ages to get it together. I thought they'd be finished this morning, but no. But they're finished now, all this bottom edge to here. They've still got a bit to finish up to here. Like I said, sometimes this net, it seems to take forever, but there again, I'm maybe impatient. Well, I am impatient. So that's what Win and Rammel have been doing all day, plus the pigs, plus the chickens, and sorting out the bottle storage for the new stock we picked up in Compostela. Taking it out the truck, putting it in the truck. There's little jobs to do as well. Now, Roger's been digging all day, steadily all day without stopping. He's finished that hole. And I would think that's all finished. That's a deep hole as well. That's a bit deeper, maybe 3.5 foot deep, that. No, maybe 4 foot deep. It's a big hole. But there again, the post is putting in quite large. I was talking to Jean about them today. Over-engineered. But better that way than under-engineered. And he started a hole here, and I would think he's halfway down. So 2.5 foot holes in a day. How many posts is there, Jane?
Win told me 20 including the veranda.
20 including the veranda, but the veranda posts will be smaller, I'd think. So 2.5 in a day. 10 in 4 days. So it's going to be 2 weeks digging.
Maybe they will put first the first 4?
No, from what Wynne said, so he wants to sit them all in. He wants them all made up. And then they'll put them all in together. It's quite a lot made up now.
10.
10. Are you sure? Have you counted them all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
There's 4 in here.
8, 9.
1.
Is there 1 or 2 there?
1.
10.
Should be lucky.
Yeah, he's been bending. So there's another 10 to make. But I don't think the posts are on the veranda. I'll be this size of posts.
Maybe a bit small.
You see, that's a substantial post. 12-inch, maybe 14-inch, as opposed to the piggery posts, which are a couple of inches less, I'm sure, without measuring them.
It's the first time I go here.
Yeah, he's locking them up before he goes home for some reason.
Will go inside in there?
No, I'll let them out. They'll come in themselves when it gets dark. And the idea of the light is to extend the daylight times. So they need to be out and doing chicken things. while ever it's light.
The running name there.
And the reason is because chickens lay more eggs in the summertime than what they do in the winter time. So in the winter time in Europe and America they have the lights on to extend the daylight hours to get more eggs out of them. Now these are northern hemisphere birds, Rhode Island Reds, Plymouth Rocks and Australorps, black Australorps are Australian birds. But it gets dark in Australia at 6 o'clock. And the genetics would have been northern hemisphere from them birds in the first place. So they extended daylight hours in Australia. It gets dark in the summer there in Melbourne about 9:30. Whereas in north of England, in the summertime, it doesn't really get dark till 11 o'clock, 11:30. In the winter time, it gets dark at 3:30, 4 o'clock. So that's why you're putting light on to extend the daylight hours so that the birds think it's summertime and you get more out of them.
Oh, they're on top of the cesspit.
Yeah, they can't get out now. The net covers the top of the cesspit.
Who put this one?
I don't know. Some stupid bugger. Mostly me.
It's you who put this one?
Yeah. It's the dogs who'll follow you in. So the pigs are fed, cleaned out.
Fed, but they want more.
Yeah. And the trough's empty. I'll give you the camera. See, here in the Philippines, the way they feed pigs, we've got a set idea in the heads, same as starter, feed the pigs a bag of head and then move on to grower. Now on the bags we've got a feeding ratio. And it's not per head one bag, it's so many weeks, and they give you a broad measure of how much they would eat per day. Now some pigs eat more than others. The whole concept here, from what I've experienced, of ad lib feeding pigs, i.e. let the pigs eat as much as they want, as much as they can, every day. And I fell down with that initially because we were getting pigs in and they were scouring on us because we were overfeeding them, because they hadn't been fed properly at weaning. Now these pigs have had dry feed in front of them. I forget what they call the very initial feed. From week 1. Sorry? No, there's another one. Puppy bloom, or piggy bloom. Which I'll have a lot of powdered milk in it. And these pigs from the first week have had dry feed in front of them. They won't have eaten a lot of it the first week, they'll have played with it. But then week 2, week 3, they'll have been eating quite a bit of it, as well as the milk off the mother. It makes life easier on the mother. And when these pigs were weaned at 40 days, they'd had feed in front of them all the time, so they transitioned and were weaned a lot easier. And when they came to me, they've had no scouring whatsoever with these pigs. And I've had fed them since we've had them. The more feeding you can get in these pigs, weaning to say 100 days old, when the bodies are developing, they're using that feed, the stronger the pig and the better they'll grow. If they're short of feed and they're only allowed 2 cups a day, because that's all they can afford to give them, if the pigs get stunted in growth at this age, they'll be stunted the rest of their life. You'll never get them to 100 kilos. So the next time I weigh them at 80 days, and I'll weigh them at 80 days this time, I'm hoping to be ahead of what the feed manufacturers suggest the weight will be. When I weighed them last time, they were bang on the money, which is good. I don't want to be under, but if I can get over, that's even better. Because that's a benchmark I have, and I want to do better than the benchmark, or do my best to do better than the benchmark. The pigs aren't hungry, but they're eating that a little bit more. So it's Monday today, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's New Year's Eve tomorrow.
Yeah.
How's your stock in the shop for New Year?
Yeah, beer, mostly beer.
Mostly beer?
Yeah.
How many cases of beer you got?
20, 1 liter and 5 for the half-liter one.
So you've 25 cases of beer.
Last Christmas we ran out of 1 liter.
How many cases did you have at Christmas?
Around 12. No, we had 7. 13.
13 cases.
We had 7 this time.
So I don't doubt you'll run out again, but you've plenty of spirits, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll leave this video there, and we'll do it all again tomorrow.
Boogaloo's there on top of the
On top of the heap of spoil, yeah.